Nonsense is nonsense.
And I'm a student, a server, and an Acorn member from Burnaby. Acorn is a community action group consisting of low and moderate income earners who come together to fight for economic social justice, waging campaigns for affordable housing, tenants' rights, higher disability wages, and fair wages. 5 years ago, Acorn members fought hard to see Canada's first living wage policy introduced in Westminster. 3 years ago, we stood side by side with the BC's Labour movement to force the Liberals to end their 10-year freeze on raising the minimum wage. Now we are joining all of you here today to tell Christy Clark that 20 cents is nonsense. BC's workers need a $15 minimum wage. Many people justify a server earning $9 an hour, which is less than the minimum wage. However, the establishment they are employed by enforces a tip-out system, and employees are forced to pay their business this 5 to 6% tax on their sales. Much of this tip-out subsidizes the wages of support staff in the business as well as management, who are underpaid. As a young worker in Vancouver and Burnaby, I am lucky to be able and healthy to work. However, there are many individuals in this city who are not. Earning minimum wage disadvantages their financial situation in addition to limited employment opportunities for health issues or disabilities. Why is it that $15 an hour is unreasonable? It brings those under the poverty line above it. Is it the pressure from the private sector on our democratic provincial government? 82% of those earning less than $15 per hour are over 20 years old. A few years ago, Christy Clark gave the MLAs a 30% raise, while they institute a 20-cent raise for low-income earners. 15 now. 15 now. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Reina Tejada desde Honduras, desde el pueblo de Honduras, un saludo progresista desde el pueblo de Honduras, desde las mujeres. Un abrazo fuerte, extrañado por supuesto la manifestación en Honduras hoy.
A very progressive and warm greeting from Reina Tejada from Honduras for all of you on this May Day here.
Me encanta mucho que hoy pude estar en esta manifestación. Me alegra muchísimo que somos hombres y mujeres de cambio. Así que un fuerte abrazo, saludos para todos y todas.
It makes me extremely happy to be here with our brothers and sisters today in this march. I'm really privileged to be here. We are men and women of change, and I want to send you all a very warm embrace and a very warm greeting from Honduras.
Comrades, brothers, and sisters, happy May Day. Thank you. You know, this is my 20th May Day celebration in Vancouver. I look at the crowd, the aged, but, well, I aged. We are powerful, I would say that. We are. This year, we celebrate May Day at a time when the global crisis of capitalism has turned the policies of austerity measures into the official policy of governments in both in West and East. Mass layoff and serious reduction of social services are common. We all know the gap between rich and poor continues to grow wider and deeper. At the same time that we are fighting for $15 minimum wage in BC, workers, teachers, and nurses are fighting for the wage increase in Iran at the same time. It was one of the resolutions that was passed by workers from the parliament 2 days ago. They're asking the Islamic regime to increase the monthly salary 4 times more than official salary. The living wage in Iran must be 4 times more than what government is imposing to workers. On the eve of International Workers' Day, Iranian authorities arrested labor leaders. These arrests are related on May Days. These arrests are related to recent labor protests, strikes, and demand for wage increase. On May Day, the streets belongs to us. And today in Tehran, more than 20,000 workers went on the street demanding government to free imprisoned workers and free political prisoners. Islamic Republic is a brutal regime of systematic persecution of labor activists in Iran. Arbitrary arrest, detention, long imprisonment, violent interrogations, beating, the use of lashing to degrade and break down, even the denial of medical care to sick detainees, and constant harassment, heavy bails, and daily threats against workers and their families is a routine for Islamic regime. We know that. We are not giving up, and we are not leaving the streets. The workers that read the resolution in front of the parliament in Tehran, they said, we are not satisfied, we are not leaving the streets, and as a matter of fact, we will warm the ground under their feet. And they were talking to the government officials. Brothers and sisters, with all this brutality and arrest from Tehran to the streets of Baltimore, the struggle for a better world continues, but we all know that we are the forces to defend liberty, freedom, and humanity. Comrades, brothers and sisters, Iranian labor movement needs your support, needs your solidarity. The violence against workers must stop. Workers should be able to freely exercise their fundamental rights. And today I would like to ask you to all to take this issue to your union, to your local, and to your international solidarity caucuses. We need your support. Labor movement In some areas, it's been closing its eyes on what's happening in Iran. Send a letter to ILO, push them, press them. Workers in Iran needs your support. Today, it's interesting. Today, I was looking at the labor start and just want to know what's happening today. We are going to commercial, but what's happening around the world? And it's amazing. The streets belong to us today. Turkey, Istanbul was shut down in order to ban workers' May Day celebration. Last news, police and demonstrators clashed in Istanbul, in Taksim Square. South Korea, thousands marched in capital, Seoul. Philippines, more than 10,000 workers and activists marched in Manila against low wages and new law allowing employer to hire labor for 6 months to avoid giving them benefits. It's a shame. Shame! But it was not ended there. Germany, Russia, Italy, Spain, Poland. This streets is belong to us. We can make changes. Thank you.